This joint kind of came out of nowhere. It's all I know about it is it's an M Night Shyamalan joint. It's got Batista in it and Rupert Grint.
Between
That's all I know.
between him and Jordan Peele, right? When it comes to the movies, I don't get that energy to rush to the movie theater week one anymore. I ain't got it no more. I've tried with them. People hate me because I can't get with Jordan Peele shit. That's just personal choice. M. Night Shyamalan is another person who can put me in a position where I'm just sinking in my chair in the theater like, what's up? Like,
now I didn't see Old. I wanted to, but I haven't seen it yet. But I've seen Servant.
How was that?
Servant is great.
That's the show, right? Okay.
Servant is great. I've heard mixed opinions about Old. Some people like it, some people hate it. I don't know if there's anybody in the middle, but I have to see it for myself before I judge. But I haven't seen that. I have seen Servant. I still like M. Night Shyamalan's stuff. Like Servant is great to me. Now, obviously,
Signs, The Sixth Sense, Forever in My Heart. Even the joint with the with the joint where the kids went to go meet their grandparents.
The Visit, yeah.
I was on board with that.
Yeah.
Then he, sometimes he throws some shit at me where I'm just like, man, you.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like some joints are different. Some people like them, some people don't like them. Either way, what I mean? This right here, Knock at the Cabin, came out of nowhere, so we're gonna check out the trailer and see how we feel about it, and we'll talk about it.
Are we gonna sing along?
Yes, of course!
I wanna put on my boogie shoes. Yeah, that's what you yeah. I wanna put on my boogie shoes. Hey, that's what we really do.
My name's Leonard. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Why are you here?
I suppose I'm here to make friends with you. And your dad's too. But my heart is broken.
Why is it broken?
Because of what I have to do today.
There is a woman carrying something that looks like a pick with a chain and a mallet head.
You see, the four of us have a very important job to do. In fact, it might be the most important job in the history of the world. We were called and are united by a common vision, which has now become a command that we cannot ignore. The four of us are here to prevent the apocalypse. Your family has been chosen to make a horrible decision. If you fail to choose, the world will end.
So, yeah.
Shit.
So, say what you want about his joints. Like, he don't.
Oh.
You can't compare his joints to anybody else. Even the trailers. Like, you can't compare that shit to anybody else's joints, yo. And this right here, you see the trailer and it gets your mind racing. Like, what's going on? Like, is it all in his head? Are they all crazy?
Now,
Or is it real?
That's decent that he can make his viewers do that. So if you think about it, whether I like some of his films or not like a lot of his films, I will always watch one of his trailers and overthink.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing about his endings, you don't ever really predict his endings.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, you don't predict it because it's never what you thought.
Right.
I'm in the zone right now. I watched this trailer and it freaked me out so.
I jumped at the fucking knock because like the sound was just so like in your face and like boom, like they ramped that shit up like it was a fucking, you know, them joints that the fucking SWAT team got when they knocked the door down. It's like one of them joints.
Doorbuster.
This ain't no regular knock. Like this was a joint like boom, like that shit.
For all we know, that's me overthinking. Almost fucked up.
I mean, that's the fun. You see the trailer, you overthink, and it's crazy. What was crazy is that they don't really give anything away in the trailer. Cause like you're seeing it, you're hearing what he says, but you don't really know what's going on. Like they'll say shit, but you don't know whether it's legit or not. So they didn't really give anything. The motherfuckers, they there with the daughter, they all happy. Yeah. Then he show up, everything get fucked up. Now they handcuff the four of them, and they're not bullshitting because all four of them they believe it. Like they stress the fuck out.
Yeah, like they're on some shit like, yo, we don't want to do this, but it's our job to do this.
Yeah, like we've been chosen. So are you. You gotta make a bet. You gotta make a terrible decision. Shit's fucked up right now. We gotta prevent the apocalypse. And so now you're wondering, is it legit the apocalypse? Or are these motherfuckers off their rocker? Or are they seeing shit? Or are they, you know what I mean? You don't know.
That's the thing. You never know. The forest might be giving off some mushroom fumes or some shit.
Nah, this ain't the happening. This ain't the happen. We're not doing no mushroom fumes and shit with Mark Wahlberg acting terrible. Like, that's not what's happening. Like, that I know of. It's my theory. I don't know. But either way, Batista over there snapping.
Yeah,
It was crazy. It's like the dude from Harry Potter, Rupert Grint. He's also in Servant.
Oh shit! So now,
you got the same actors coming back and shit like that. So it's dope to see him in multiple projects.
I can't get mad at that, especially when you trust the actors. It's more so like, yo, I want to bring you on. It's like Adam Sandler does with his people.
Yeah.
I get it. This trailer put me in a position where I am going to be first in line to see it. And if I do it to myself again and I'm disappointed, this was my choice. But this trailer gave me energy.
Yeah, it's a good trailer, man. I'll say that it's a good trailer. I wonder what other people are thinking. Like, cause it's a trailer that like is creepy, but you don't know why it's creepy. Like, you know, you just feel like something's going on, and the sound is so ramped up and loud and demanding. It's like a sonic boom, damn near. It's like everything. And I like how they you know, things were to the beat, and they even showing like the words on the screen in time with the knocks and all that. Like, I love shit like that. Like, it's a really stylish trailer. It's a trailer that will get you thinking. Of course, it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, but you see that and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And I feel like right now we need a good horror film, man. Now, we haven't seen Black Phone yet. We gotta do reaction to Black Phone.
Now, I'm ready to see Black Phone.
I'm really looking forward to Black Phone
ready.
because I've been waiting for that movie, you know, since we first saw the trailer. We gotta see that. But
that was on me. I slept on that because we should have went to go see it, but I got into a relationship that I thought was going somewhere. Didn't really go anywhere. Come to find out, she doesn't like cats, so I had to get rid of her.
Yeah, of course it wasn't going anywhere because y'all was on the couch all day. Like, all y'all was doing was just on the couch playing PlayStation, watching TV. Y'all didn't go anywhere. Y'all ain't do nothing. So of course it didn't go anywhere. You weren't going nowhere. She wasn't going nowhere.
No, but that was her choice. She has this phobia of going outside. But it's
so
not
do
really,
we.
Yeah, but I think she lies. She just doesn't like Philly. That's what that was.
Neither do we.
Okay, so we weren't going nowhere. But she didn't like cats. So that really
Yeah, well, yeah,
I had to get rid of her.
Fuck that. Only psychos hate cats.
Thank you.
This joint, man, I'm intrigued, man. I'm intrigued. I still got to see Old to see what everyone's complaining about and form my own opinion. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know what I mean? I don't trust people no more because people were raving about what was the movie called?
I ain't saying it. You're not talking about 2 weeks ago, are you?
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it. Okay, I'll say it. Barbarian.
Yeah, Barbarian.
Barbarian received the highest of praise. The internet went crazy. And when
Barbarian might be the first movie that we saw where I said, we're not doing a review to this. And we were both in agreement. And I'm like, I'm not sitting in front of no camera talking about this movie because I feel like I'm going to be wasting my goddamn time. You know what I mean?
But I don't feel bad about our opinion because we had 16 other people in that theater who stormed out, were angry, requested their money back. They laughed at every scene.
We were
They
laughing
said,
in unison. Like, it was crazy. But then, you know, people were raving about this movie. And I don't want to start talking about a whole different movie. But I'm just get this part out. Like, it started off with promise. And it was actually good when it started. But then at some point, it said, fuck it. We don't know what to do anymore. And then that's what pissed me off. Because I feel like I was being insulted. This shit that was happening there, man. But, you know, we're not talking about that. Either way, this shit right here, it was a solid trailer to me. Now, whether the movie is going to deliver, who knows? I'm hoping that it will. I choose to put my faith in this man because I like his work, his body of work. Of course, there's a few joints that, you know, people don't like and I don't like, but I would say a majority of his stuff I do like. I'm really enjoying Servant. And I take place in Philly too, which is kind of cool because I know his spots and all that. Like, so Servant is cool. The Visit was great. Devil, you know, I can name shit off.
Devil.
Like,
I spent the last 72 seconds right now trying to figure out what movie that was. Mm-hmm. Do you know why Devil scared me? Because everything was based inside of an elevator, which I have a fear of. I never want to get stuck in an elevator. And
we know where that spot is.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Me and you walk past that every single day.
We know where that spot is. So every time I look past, I'm like, yo, man, yo. The fuck is going on in there, yo?
And it scared me because that building is right near the bank that always denies us loans.
Yep.
So that scared me 2 times over. Now, Devil was good. Signs is an all-time favorite of mine because Signs was straight to the point and it was in its own lane.
Yeah.
So we go see this. I say we go see this in Dolby Cinema for the sounds.
Yeah. I'm down. I'm down to day one this joint, man. I have a good feeling about it. I feel like this could really creep me the fuck out, depending on how it, because like we don't know. Like, they look dead serious. So what they're saying, they believe it. We don't know what's going on. Like, we fuck around and minimize shit like, oh, this is in their head, and it really be the apocalypse. Demons start coming out like, they start shaking people. Why didn't you warn them? Like, on some shit like that.
As long as it doesn't turn out to be some shit like The Village.
I mean, I like The Village, though.
You did like it?
Yeah.
I can't take that away from you. I will not argue with you and say, oh, why'd you like that shit? You know, mixed opinions on that joint.
Like, and it was something you didn't predict. Like, it was something like, you found out, it's like, what the, you know, that type shit. But it was a good what the fuck for me. I'm like, oh, what? You know, that type thing. Not everybody fucked with it. But either way, like, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in this joint. Because that trailer was solid. So we'll see what happens. But, you know, right now, it's a day one for me, and we'll see if it pans out. I'll say that. This is just
Bill Skarsgård.
Smooth in it. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Like, that's yo.
No. That type of shit I want to see every movie. Look at this.
Yo. Man.
Rocking bullets with swords.
Yeah. I gotta work on my Keanu Reeves.
No, you don't have to.